Hello everyone, I am Kunal Kumar Jaiswal and I'll be discussing some case study on rural and microfinance. First of all, I'll be covering the case study on self-help group. Case study 1, the title is Formation of Self-Help Group. First of all, I'll start with the background explanation of self-help group. In a village, women were poor and dependent on farming work. They had no access to banks and moneylenders charged very high interest. So 15 women formed a self-help group known as SHG will, with help from an NGO. They were from similar income backgrounds and decided to save rupees 50 every week. Now we'll be discussing some questions regarding the formation of SHG. The question number one is, why is homogeneity important in SHG formation? Homogeneity simply means members have similar income and social status. This is important because they understand each other's problems. Trust is stronger in this. Less conflict in the group. Similar repayment capacity. This makes the group united and stable. Another question, how does group formation reduce credit risk? In the following ways, a group formation reduces the credit risk are members choose responsible people, social pressure forces repayment, everyone monitors each other task. So chances of default are low in this. Further proceeding with the case study number 2, the topic is regular savings. I'll be talking first about the background explanation of regular saving. After forming the self-help group, members started saving every week. Some women had irregular income, so the group allowed flexible saving accounts. Slowly, the savings become a common fund for the group. Again, we will be discussing some questions on regular savings. First question is, why is saving the first step in SHG functioning? Saving quite is quite important for SHG. It creates financial discipline, builds habit of saving, gives a sense of ownership, reduces need for outside loans. Savings from the base of the SHG. Another question, how does regular saving influence member behavior? It in the following ways, like members start budgeting, they become confident in handling money, avoid unnecessary borrowing, think before spending. Another case study number 3 will be talking on internal lending. I'll be talking about its explanation, the background of it. After collecting enough savings, the SHG started giving small loans to members. Loans were used for school fees, health expense, or small businesses. Interest was lower than moneylenders. Repayment were discussed in meetings. The first question related to this is what role does internal lending play in SHG sustainability? I'll be talking the four role. The first is meets emergency needs, test repayment ability, increases group confidence, prepare group for bank loans. Question number 2 is how does internal lending build credit discipline? Borrowers are answerable to group. Social pressure ensures repayment. Reputation matters. Improves repayment habit. Case number 4 will be talking on group meetings and social capital. The SHG meets every week to check savings, loan, and repayment. Members also discuss social issues like children education and health Attendance is compulsory and decisions are taken together. Question number one related to this case. Why are regular meetings essential? Regular meetings are essential because it helps to keep record transparent, monitors loan repayment, allows collective decision making, keeps group active. How do meeting contribute beyond financial activities? Question number two. Members support each other, solve village problems together, build leadership skills, increase women's confidence. Further proceeding with case study number 5, the topic is record maintenance. I'll be, I'll be explaining about the record maintenance. As the SHG grew, they started maintaining records like savings register and loan books. At first, mistakes happened due to low education level. After training, they improved. Banks check these records before giving loans. Question number one is, why is record keeping critical for SHG? This is because of it shows financial discipline. It proves repayment history. It builds trust and with banks. It prevents fraud. Question number two, what challenges do SHG face in maintaining records? Low literacy, lack of trained bookkeepers, risk of mistakes, poor documentation system. Proceed, Proceeding with another case study number 6, SHG bank linkage. After 1 year of good savings and repayment, the SHG opened a bank account. The bank account have a group loan under the SHG bank linkage program. The group decided how to distribute money among members. Question number 1. Why do bank lend to SHG rather than individual? It lend to SHG rather than individual because lower transaction cost, group tax collective responsibility, less paperwork for banks, reduced risk. Question number 2. How does SHG bank linkage reduce banking risk? Groups monitor prepayment. Bank deals with one unit instead of many. Past saving record shows discipline. Proceeding with case study number 7 on funding agencies and diversification. Over time, the SHG got money from many sources like savings, bank loans, government schemes, and NGO support. A federation helped them get better loan terms. Question number 1. Why is diversification of funding important? It reduces dependence on one source, increases loan availability, helps in income generation, improves sustainability. Question number 2. What risk arise from dependence on a single source? If funding stops, group suffers, member lose ownership feeling, weak repayment discipline, high dependency on subsidies. Note but the last case study number 8 is on the strength and limitation of SHG model. Two SHG had similar funds. One performed well because of strong leadership and discipline. The other failed due to poor management and weak record keeping. Question number 1. Why do SHG perform differently under similar conditions? Leadership quality is the main reason. Another reasons are member participation, training and support, transparency. Question number 2. What are the structural limitations of SHG model? Point number 1. Small loan amounts, dependence on NGO support, weak bookkeeping in some groups, limited professional management. These are some case study which we have discussed on rural finance and microfinance. It will be helpful for understanding the formation of self-help group and how they manage the funds by providing loans to small workers, farmers, or individuals. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Thank you. That's all.